Setianingrum versus Chang and Yang of Chinese Taipei. Here's the women's doubles draw, and a likely meeting with Beck and Lee, the number 3 seeds in round 2. This is the second quarter you're looking at. First meeting between these pairs, as you can see.
Red, back for you. Red, good. So,
So let's give you a bit of information then about this quartet. Difficult to know who to make favourites, really. The very familiar figure of Rahayu. Of course, the 2020 Olympic champion when she was playing with Gracia Polly. We also saw her win a World Championship silver medal playing with Ramadanti. And 9 World Tour titles with a combination of those two women. And now she's mentoring 21-year-old Febi Setianingrum. She's called up to the Indonesian national team when she was just 18. Her sister's also a professional. And they had a decent run in the Malaysia Masters, so they got to the semi-finals. Up against the 18th ranked women's doubles pair in the world, Chang Qingwei and Yang Qingtun. Lost in the first round in the Singapore Open last week to Jolie and Panetta. They did go 3 games, though. And they have got to the quarter-final of both the Taipei Open and the Indonesian Masters. So, as I said, Bobby, it looks a kind of a tough one to predict here, doesn't it?
Yeah, a really tough one to predict. The Indonesians have played only 3 times together. They had a couple of okay results. They had a good performance taking a game off the world's best, Liu and Tan, recently, but then they got destroyed in the next 2. So it makes it tough to call. The pair from Taipei have been around the block. You know, they've been playing a lot. They've not necessarily troubled the world's very best. So it's all really about how the Indonesians will gel as a partnership. And of course, as you mentioned, Rahayu, so experienced, you know, 3 world medals with 2 different partners, world champion with Polly, and this young 21-year-old Setianingrum. Never seen her play, so it's impossible to call at this stage.
Very experienced, the Chinese Taipei pair. Chang is, in fact, they're both 29. Originally had a capacity, this arena, of about 16,000. It's down to about 7 or 8 now. But the atmosphere that we get, especially as we work towards the weekend and the semi-finals and the finals on Sunday. And incidentally, we will have coverage of Court 2 tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. Stand by then for the umpire introductions here on Court 1.
ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Apriyani Rahayu and Febi Setianingrum, Indonesia. And on my left, Yang Qingtun and Chang Qingwei, Chinese Taipei. Apriyani Rahayu to serve 2, Chang Qingwei, low ball, play.
So here we go. This women's doubles round of 32.
Service over, 1 love.
Obviously, the Rahayu Setianingrum pair will have all the home support.
Service over.
There's plenty of noise here inside the Istora already. Day one and, well, probably a quarter full.
Yeah, bear in mind, obviously, it's a work day here in Indonesia, and it's, what is it now? Just gone 12:30 in the afternoon. I think what we will see is Rahayu, even though you mentioned they had a handful of matches together, but I think Rahayu was already instilled that attacking instinct in a 21-year-old partner.
Yeah, she will, absolutely. I mean, they attack or even counter-attack. It's part of their strengths. Rahayu, one of the most skilled players out there. She's got terrific technique.
3-1.
And it's that injection of pace that makes the difference and almost forces the pair into an attacking formation. Wow. Good shot. Lovely.
She looks absolutely nerveless, doesn't she?
Yeah, she looks very confident, just chilled out.
Because it can work two ways when you're playing on home soil. Obviously, you get a boost, you get the crowd support, but also it kind of ratchets up the pressure that you're under because there's an expectation level.
Well, not only that, she's playing with a Olympic champion. I mean, what an introduction to the Istora for Setianingrum.
Five, 1.
Well, more than capable. She's playing some terrific shots, the youngster.
And not only that, she's playing them for both the front court and the back court, which is even more impressive.
6-1.
Only seen her for what, 2 minutes, and very impressive. That's a very sweet touch at the net from Chang.
Service over, 2-6. Service over, 7-2.
She's actually had some success on the World Tour with her former partner, which I didn't know a lot about. Jessita Putri Miantoro.
3-7.
2 Super 100 titles in women's doubles and a runner-up in the Taipei Open last year at the Super 300. Good rotation, good coverage from the Indonesians. Oh, well, she sold herself and her partner up the river there, going cross as
4-17.
wildly and slowly as she did.
Yeah, well, it's a message loud and clear from Setianingrum. Don't try and flick me, or do so at your peril. And with every possible respect to Jasitami and Toro, obviously they were kind of under the spotlight a little bit. Whereas, as you said, playing with Rahayu, different matter altogether.
That's good attack from the Indonesians again. Wow, great smash, well placed and powerful.
Women's doubles now, I think, is almost unrecognisable from the way it was played, even maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Used to be, at times, kind of a bit of a clear fest. You don't see that anymore. Why's that happened?
Well, for one, as a doubles former player and doubles fan, I'm grateful that it has. There's a much more attacking style to women's doubles these days. I think it was perfected by a couple of pairs, certainly Chen Qingchen and Jia Yifan, amongst others, who started to take out the forecourt and midcourt in the same way that we've seen typical in men's doubles for a while. And pairs didn't know what to do, didn't know how to respond. They weren't given the opportunity to play drop shots and clears. And so where we saw typically nations, top pairs from Japan, top pairs from Korea, grinding out those long matches in that style, the attack these days has just got so much better. And I'm not sure if part of it is technology, part of it will be training, the fact that they can hit the shuttle harder, you know, racket increases in performances. Certainly that kind of thing, you know, Rahayu getting off the floor with a jump smash. We didn't used to see, and I know this sounds, it might even sound a little bit sexist, but it is true. You didn't see women jump smashing all that often. And I'm going back a while now for that statement. I mean, I am going back maybe 15 or so years.
And probably the emergence of Chang Lu hasn't hurt either in that respect.
Yeah, more recently, certainly. But there's been very aggressive attacking pairs now from Japan, from Korea, from Thailand, certainly from Indonesia, as well as the Chinese, and the style is just more in line now with just generic doubles, and it's great to see.
So mid-game break and a handy lead.
Good one.
For the home nation, so to speak.
Good one. 20 seconds. Coaches, return to your chair. Players back on court. Apriani, get back on court. Turn. 11-6. Change. Yeah. 11-6. Play. Wait. Chang. Make sure do not delay the game. Right? Play must be continuous, okay? 11-6. Play. Service over. 7-11. Service over.
That was a terrific counter-attack. That forehand from Rahayu played with such pace. Deadly accuracy too.
Yeah, and it was so awkward for Yang to do anything with it.
Service over.
She was winding up there. Setianingrum
8-12.
created her own opportunity. Poor miss in the end.
Nine, 12.
God, she was onto that so quickly.
Service over.
Just sniffs any kind of weakness in the
13,
serve, will
9.
punish it.
Rahayu has found herself a great new partner here. Look at that calmness in which she... That's not easy either, turning that sideways. Great turnaround from the Indonesians, but she's missed again. What a shame.
Right shot, though, I think. I think the disguise was a good option. Just got it wrong.
Eleven, 13.
So the comeback just stifled a little bit with that error.
14, 11.
There's an intensity about the Indonesians, which I like. You're so often in a new pairing, when you've changed from quite an established partner, especially for Rahayu being the sort of, well, elder statesman, if you like, of the pair. She's almost captaining the team. She wants to prove that and show this is how it's done. And yet, the younger, the up-and-comer wants to prove that, you know, I deserve to be here. I can compete at this level. 11. So they're both trying their best to almost impress each other and work hard as a pair, and it's showing on court. There's a fluidity about them as well. They haven't left a lot in that kind of questionable, whose shot was that kind of routine. They're moving very freely.
Great defense.
Yeah, that was wonderful from Yang.
Well, I'll give them credit. That was probably the best point the Chinese Taipei pair have played. Under real pressure in that rally, which was pretty lengthy too. And they refused to buckle under the pressure.
15.
And then when it was their chance to attack, took it.
Interesting penultimate shot here. It was quite flat. It wasn't a smash. It was somewhere in the middle, and it forced a weak reply from Setianingrum, I think.
Twelve, 15.
She nearly tripped over trying to get out the way of the shuttle, Rahayu, but
16-12.
No damage done.
Yeah, it was almost comical, this, wasn't it? Wow, that is special from Rahayu.
And I think Yang there just lost her footing.
17-12.
And suddenly she was on the deck. If we can actually pick it up.
That
There we go.
shot just then from Rahayu was unbelievable reactions. That, how she got that back, amazing.
Just pure instinct, pure reflex.
There's back on court. Well. Play.
Out the back.
Service over. 13-17.
Well, couldn't find the heroics again this
14,
time.
17.
Chang and Yang seem to be growing a little bit in confidence here.
Service over.
Yeah, may have left it too late in this opening game, however.
Yeah, I agree. Just wonder what the second might bring.
$19, 14.
You can see there's a self-belief between the Indonesians, especially in front of their home crowd at the Istora. They have not come here today to come away second best. You can just see it in their faces, their body language.
Service over. 15-19.
Desperate defending. It's gone long though.
16-19.
And that error from Chang gives the Indonesian pair 4 game points.
This was lovely from Rahayu. She's just so gifted with the racket. She holds it in a nice, light, relaxed grip, and it means she can change the angle with her fingers at any moment, creating things from nothing.
That's perfect. She enjoyed it, the crowd enjoyed it, and the Indonesians take the opener 21-16. And that's a pretty fair reflection of what we've seen in the last, 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, this was all Setianingrum in the final rally. Forced onto the back foot when Priyani moved over, but what a backhand up the line for the final shot. She couldn't really have walked up there and placed it any better.
Good one. 20 seconds. Good one. 20 seconds. Chang.
On court 3, women's singles, match number 2. For Rahayu,
Second game. Level. Play.
So can they pick up where they left off, the Indonesians?
One love.
Well, they're bouncing with confidence still. A good 1-2 combination.
Well, it's great defence while it lasted, particularly from the youngster, Setianingrum.
1, 2.
It's like hopscotch.
She tried to play the through the legs shot, I think. If they do get through this one, the likelihood is, I think you mentioned it earlier, the opponents tomorrow will be the real test. Baekhan Lee Sohee are a different kettle of fish altogether. It's good work from Yang in particular, very calm.
3, 2.
Well, it was a good intent from the Taipei pair.
3 all.
Almost playing with that same style as we've seen from the Indonesians, that counter-attacking drive.
Right court.
Could have taken the shuttle a little bit earlier there, I think, with the racket head up. Typical of doubles, and decided against it, made the error.
5-3.
Yeah, there were a few too many of those, weren't there, from the Chinese Taipei pair in the first game. Misjudgment.
Service over. 4-5. Service over. 6-4.
Well, not much Rahayu could do about that.
5-6. What's the chapter? What's the chapter? Rahayu? You cannot get the chapter, right? 6-all. Seven, 6.
Excellently placed serve and an erroneous leave.
It's an interesting section of the women's doubles draw with the Indonesian teammates Kusuma and Pertiwi also in this same section, the highest ranked Indonesian pair, which of course will mean if they both get through, one of them's going to knock the other out, which is a shame for the home crowd here.
Well, they're establishing a bit of a lead here, the Chinese Taipei pair. A few errors creeping into Rahayu and Setianingrum's game.
Well placed smash. Right in the pocket.
7-9.
That's the place to aim. Anyway, down that right body line of a right-hander. Rahayu fighting back.
9.
Good change of angle. Really good coverage from the Indonesians. Helping each other out. Looking like a well-organised pair, which is surprising considering the age difference and the fact they've only played 3 tournaments together.
Yeah, we haven't. I can't remember a single example of where there's been a kind of lack of communication, any kind of mix-up.
Chang. Yang.
So 9-6 down, back to 9-all.
Well, Fevi was looking for the attack herself and couldn't quite reach the shuttle. Even then, Rahayu covered her.
Yeah, that was a fortunate air shot, if there is such a thing.
10.
Got away with it.
9. Leon. No.
I'm not sure if she wanted to challenge that, and I think the umpire just said, look, it's way after the fact, can't do it. Something was going on.
Good pressure, but equally good defence. Rahayu happy to let her partner do most of the work.
That's out the back, and that's 5 points on the spin.
11-9.
And an 11-9 interval
Interval.
lead for Rahayu and Setianingrum.
Referee. Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Players, coaches return to your chair. Back on court. Players back on court. Eleven 9. Play.
Came back on the side.
9.
Yeah, looking for perfection there. Didn't quite make it.
Service over. 10, 12. Service over. 13, 10.
Clever shot over the top from Yang. Wow, what defense from the Indonesians.
How did they keep that alive?
Well, this might be the best rally we've seen.
Well, that is a massive boost for the Indonesians and an absolute heartbreaker for the Chinese Taipei
14,
pair.
10.
There were swings in momentum throughout that rally. This being one obvious one. What a pickup. Great finish.
Play.
Just for a minute, thought she might have got a
Service over.
shuttlecock in the eye, but she's okay.
11-14. Baby, all good.
Well, she knew she'd got that wrong, Rahayu, the minute she struck it.
Yeah, she fooled nobody, trying to go over the top of Yang, I think it is. Well read.
Play.
It's a brilliant combination when they get going. Just one of them will sense the opportunity to hit hard,
15,
knowing that their partner's
12.
in position to back them up.
Service over. 13.
Still
15.
just about staying in touch here, Chang and Yang.
Yeah, that was a fairly basic but very good high-quality
Service
return of serve
over.
previously.
16. 13.
A little bit loose that, they can't afford to give away points, service errors at this stage.
Well, even the lifts are almost like drives. They're almost
17.
attacking lifts. There was one, it was just before that, the penultimate shot before those two shots there from Setianingrum, I think it was. Really got them on the back foot. Counter-attacking today has been top draw from these two.
Play.
Brilliant from Rahayu. Oh, she's gone long, what a shame.
Yeah, long by quite
Service
some way,
over.
I think.
14. 17. Service over.
Just not quite
18.
sharp enough on this occasion
14.
from Yang. Unable to match the pace, the intensity of the Indonesians.
Service over. 15. 18. over. 19-15.
Feels like there's almost a bit of inevitability written on the faces of Chang and Yang.
Well, they just haven't been able to get any kind of a string of points together at all, have they? Not really consistently dominated the rallies. I think they've made almost certainly more unforced errors than their opponents.
Wow, off an ease, Setianingrum spent an age on the floor.
Service over. 16-19.
Gets beaten by a drop, almost walks past the shuttle. It was odd.
Yeah, that was a strange one. They've seen the funny side of it at least. Just the first hint of any kind of mix-up. Oh, she actually tumbled there, and that's why they found themselves on both the same side of the court. And then she kind of had her weight going the other way.
19.
Yeah, she took a gamble, I think, as to where that final shot was going.
Well, still in there fighting.
17.
Win this
19.
point and it's game on again. Might be game on even if they don't, but...
Yeah, letting Chang and Yang back into this match.
Yeah, suddenly it's turned around a bit here.
18-19.
We saw P.V. Sindo really tense up with match points in the last match here. Whether the same affliction is going to apply to this Indonesian doubles pair. If they can get the 20, that is.
Great defense from Chang. Oh, Rahayu.
Yeah, and now...
That's a poor mistake.
Now you make the Chinese Taipei pair favourites here, I think. Just with the momentum. (19-15), remember, so 4 straight points for Chang and Yang.
Played right into Yang's hands.
20.
No deception.
Game point.
Not
19.
enough quality from Apriani Rahayu.
Game point.
Service over.
Well, tensing up isn't just one way, is it? That's a bad miss. Halfway up the net, that. Now, who's going to blink first here at 20 all? Pressure on the server.
Well, Chang's really turned it up a
Service
notch
over.
in the last few minutes.
21-20. Play.
Quite some way long, but she still thought about playing it. Made the right decision in the end,
Service
Rahayu.
over. 21-all.
Yeah, what a shame for Chang. Had the whole court to aim at, really, all that side of it.
So now, having failed to take a game point,
22,
Chang and Yang face a match
21.
point against them. That said, the last time it was on the well, Rahayu's serve wasn't the best. They got a little bit lucky in the early stages of that last rally. Where's she going to go this time?
They've looked relaxed as well. That was a much better serve. Despite the comeback and the added pressure, the Indonesians have stuck to the game plan. That's way long.
That's kind of a heinous crime. Make your opponent,
22
or your opponents in this case, find a winner. That was just a total pressure reliever for Chang and Yang.
Good serve.
Oh, what a time to get a net cord like that.
Service over.
I don't think
23,
there's any
22.
blame here attached to Yang. Just couldn't do anything with that.
I'll tell you what, the confidence of setting in Ingram to play that tight at just 21.
Second opportunity. Popular victory that, and the youngster was terrific alongside Rahayu. Had a few scares, had to save the game point, but in the end they come through 24-22, and I think on the balance of play, Bobby, they deserved it.
They were a joy to watch from start to finish. Yes, they made a couple of easy mistakes towards the end,
Match
but
won by
if they can play with that level of intensity which they showed throughout most of that match,
16,
they could be a threat to a few pairs around the world.
And in this point, they did what they hadn't done on the previous match point, keep the shuttle in play, and they got the error. Yang into the net, and Rahayu and Setianingrum into the next round.
Lovely big smiles. Great to see them playing with such enjoyment on their faces as well.
Yeah, and such freedom. 21-16, 24-22, 48 minutes to match time. Well, a warm welcome back to Jakarta, capital and the largest city in Indonesia. About 11 million people call Jakarta home, 30 million in the greater metropolitan area, and this is the big sporting event here this week. And we've reached our fifth match. It's a men's singles, our first men's singles of the day on the show court. Lee Chuk-yu of Hong Kong, China, up against Koki Watanabe of Japan. This is the second quarter that we're looking at, and we're concentrating on that bottom match. Potentially, Jonathan Christie, the likely opponent in the next round. Lee Chuk-yu has had much the better of previous meetings between these two. 4-1 is the head-to-head. And he's won the last three. Most recently, you can see there at the India Open. That was around a 32 match back in January.
Which one? Black. Red color for you. It's black. On my left side, but give it this time.
So Lee Chuk-yu, who's 28 years of age now, world ranked at 21. He's actually been a lot higher than that. He was up at 13, but that was only earlier this year. He did play in Paris at the Olympics. Made the quarter-final at the Singapore Open last week. And his best effort this year, he got to the final of the India Open. That was at the start of the year. Lost to Victor Axelsen. He's just got the one world title. That was some while ago on home soil back in 2019. He won the Hong Kong Open, and in that tournament he beat Axelsen, Kidambi and Ginting. Other side of the net, Koki Watanabe, although he's ranked 14, better than Lee, he's not really playing like it at the moment. Only played 4 events this year, actually, and he's not been past the round of 16 in any of them. Lost in the first round in Singapore last week. Latif Johari of Indonesia is in charge, and that's